Thank you for sitting down with me.
The recording was of my mother, who was discussing the fact that I'm gay.
Or furious that something you'd worked so hard for so long to keep private was now public.
All of the above.
The fact that it existed, you mean?
Initially, I had no idea that it had been made and released without her consent.
How would you describe your relationship with your mother over the years?
Complicated.
Most of us would probably say that, right?
But it was steady. We can repair our relationship.
It was well done. Even though I don't like Natalia, it's important to show that these things happen in families. They handled it with class and respect, and despite the hurt, Blaze recognized that Natalia is still her mother, and that love remains. GH has been amazing this week. Every episode has been fantastic, and the acting is superb. Wow, Perez. First, a big shout out to General Hospital. If I had cable, I'd still be watching. Second, Perez, you look incredible, fresh, clean, and that hot pink is perfect. You didn't miss a beat. Whoever did your hair and makeup deserves a huge credit. You look like you're 22 again. Congrats on everything. I'm thrilled for you. I thought the interview was terrible. They should have let Perez Hilton write it himself. On another note, how can anyone not hold Natalia accountable for what she said versus Ava recording it? I'm really starting to dislike Nana. I can't believe we waited years for Jason and now he's leaving. Jade, I'm so disappointed in you. A fan from day one. Christina and Blaze did an excellent job with that interview. It turned out they had nothing to worry about because Perez Hilton was so gracious and kind. Christina's pregnancy was mentioned, but Perez was respectful and didn't delve into it. Blaze and Christina were generous towards Natalia, acknowledging that she's also a victim since her privacy was invaded. Definitely a different reaction from Christina compared to when she confronted her. Overall, it was a great interview. I thought the interview went really well. It seems like Ava and Sunny are struggling to find allies, except for Kate's, lol. I saw some earlier comments where people didn't like this because they thought it was boring. There were only one-word answers from Blaze and Christina, and they don't like Perez Hilton. That seems a bit silly. I thought it was done well. The only thing I didn't like was his suit, lol. Why are the writers doing this to Jason's kids? I was hoping Anna or someone would have interrupted that call. I don't believe Jagger ever intended to imprison Carly. She promised she wouldn't turn herself in to him, but nothing or no one else. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. I'm so glad to see things going well for these two. If I were Allison, it would take me some time to forgive my mother for what she said. I'm skipping this entire scene. Perez is embarrassing and has outed so many celebrities over the years. If he's trying to gain favor, it's not working. Natalie is still an unnecessary character. She might be Blaze's mother, but that seems to be just a plot device to get her on the show. Natalia is here to be Sunny's romantic partner. The actress playing Natalia is a real find. She's excellent at conveying emotion with minimal dialogue. It's refreshing that Natalia isn't being vilified in this story, and the blame is being appropriately placed on Ava. Between the two characters, Natalia is definitely more empathetic and has more genuine connections with other characters on screen. Well executed, GH. As long as Christina and Blaze are genuinely happy with each other, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It's their life and their business. I loved how Blaze acknowledged her mom Natalia. That was classy. Even though Natalia isn't thrilled about Blaze being a lesbian, she's still her daughter, and they do love each other. I was concerned that Perez, known for being snarky, might not deliver a good interview. Great job, writers! How can you say everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but then try to destroy someone and label them a bigot and a homophobe just because they have a different opinion? Now we get to see Molly lose her mind. Over what? I'm not sure. But she kept the pregnancy out of the interview out of respect for Molly and TJ. Christina expressed herself perfectly, and I'm glad she took the high road with Natalia for Blaze's sake. We all make mistakes. It's part of being human. Very thoughtful words. I miss you so much, Roger Howarth. I hope you'll be back on TV or in a movie soon. You're amazing and deserve the best in life. I've been a fan for many years. I skipped past Perez, Blaze, and Christina. Boring. I also fast-forwarded through Nina, Willow, and then Nina and Ava. Nina's character is tedious and unpleasant to watch. Those glaring eyes are way overdone. Willow is weak. I hope she and Michael get a divorce. Michael deserves better. This is just my opinion, and I don't care if yours is different. That was the worst thing I've watched. They portrayed Ava as the villain for leaking the story instead of Natalia, who is the real homophobe. Pathetic. Shame on ABC and Frank for allowing this to air. My heart broke for Danny when Jason had to tell his youngest son that he was leaving town again due to Agent John Cates' stronghold. Danny even said he would run off to Canada just to be with his father. Carly told Jason she was considering turning herself in because, as she pointed out, Agent John Cates will never stop manipulating Jason. Anna confronted John Cates, revealing that he's using the law for his own agenda against Sonny. Although it's painful for Jason to leave his boys again, he was right in saying that, despite the hurt, his boys are used to living without him, and Donna's whole world revolves around her mom. However, Jason needs to remember that Danny is only 14 and still very much a child who needs and deserves his father. I truly hope Anna stops Jason from getting on that bus. Agent John Cates is heartless and needs to be stopped. On the other hand, John Cates is also correct about Anna. She's a hypocrite who follows the law only when it suits her. Look at how she helped Valentin escape the authorities after feeling guilty for shooting Charlotte, despite Charlotte breaking into Anna's apartment. I'm glad Nina and Willow are getting closer. It's about time. I'm also pleased that Nina told Ava she's a good mother to Avery, though Sonny is still the best parent for her. It's great that Carly is kicking Agent John Cates out of the Metro Court and standing up to him, refusing to let him use Jason as a pawn. The interview was disappointing. I don't see how Blaze or Christina's dialogue contributed to resolving the issue of the tape being released. Perez seemed to be reading from cue cards. I expected more excitement, but it felt like it vindicated Natalia rather than addressing her attitude towards her daughter's lifestyle. I appreciate how they've tackled closed-minded ignorance by examining visceral intolerance and emphasizing how irrelevant others' opinions are regarding personal life choices. Now that they're on the road to recovery, someone needs to grab Sonny by the seat of his britches and force him to get his blood serum levels checked. Tear up Jason's ticket, and hopefully Anna arrives in time to put the FBI guy on the train. It's pretty disgusting how many people are praising the show for featuring Perez Hilton. He's infamous for outing closeted gay celebrities without their consent, constantly bullying others, and even taking upskirt photos of minors. It's also troubling that the show is trying to paint Blaze's mother as a victim. Regardless of the secret recording, she was offensive towards gay people. Anna gave Cates a hard time today, but she's a felon for aiding and abetting. Kate seems to have it figured out and just needs to prove it. I was initially pleased with this story, but scapegoating Ava and excusing Natalia is just misguided. Natalia was the homophobe, while Ava was just trying to make her look bad to Sonny. It feels very disrespectful to the LGBT community to downplay the original comments compared to the person who leaked them. GH usually handles social issues well, but this time missed the mark, just my opinion. Christina Corinthos Davis and Allison Rogers, known as Blaze, sat down with Perez Hilton for an interview about their lives, and they discussed Ava Jerome. Ava Jerome is portrayed as an evil monster and a treacherous liar, mean, vicious, nasty, and a baggy-eyed ignoramus. Oh my god, can someone please get Molly to stop talking? She's driving me insane. The interview Christina did with Blaze had nothing to do with the baby. You'd think Molly would be grateful that Christina didn't spill her personal issues on TV. While there might be drama about who ends up with the baby later, Molly would have lost it if Christina had mentioned her struggles with conceiving during the interview. It's so annoying. Molly is jumping the gun here. The public won't even remember Christina because Blaze is the one in the spotlight. Once Christina is off camera, she'll be forgotten. Molly could be making this into a bigger issue than it is, especially since her name was never mentioned. In my opinion, the actress is overacting. As a lawyer, Molly should have a balanced perspective and consider both sides. The same conversation could have been conveyed without all the dramatic flair. I'm so excited and happy to see Carly going after John. I also love the scenes between Jason and Danny. They're so touching and heartbreaking. I'm curious about what happened to Brennan at Bentonville. I can't wait for Kate's to get what's coming to him. How dare he think he's untouchable and can't be kicked out of a hotel? Carly, Anna, Diane, and Sunny should take him down. Kate's has overstayed his welcome and is clearly a fool. He knows Carly isn't running a criminal organization, but is fixated on taking down Sunny. His vendetta is consuming him. Kate's is the worst FBI agent. Didn't Carly just say she was a big girl yesterday? Didn't she tell Jason she could handle things? I'm not hating on her. I'm proud of what she did. She sent for Jason to help fix her mess, and Diane is right there, the one who can actually assist her. Carly sent for Jason to stop him from leaving town and his kids, as there's no leverage now. I'm so relieved that Jason hadn't left yet when Jocelyn and Gio arrived at the bus station. Now Jason doesn't have to go at all, and Danny will be so happy. The look on Carly's face when she saw Sunny was priceless. After all, Carly's mess started with the violation in Sunny's defense. Someone recorded her while she pretended to run Sunny's mob business during his time in Nixon Falls. Kate's is way out of his depth on this one. It all began because of Sunny's mob business. Carly was forced to protect Sunny's territory when Jason, who was supposed to handle it, got shot. If Carly hadn't stepped up, Ms. Wu or Cyrus would now control Port Charles, bringing more crime and guns through pikemen. Yay, Carly! I had a cardiologist appointment today and was trying to wrap it up as quickly as possible. I'm sure my doctor was wondering what the rush was. How could I explain that I needed to get home to see Carly go off? On another note, I hope Diane asks how many mob bosses would babysit an FBI agent overnight to ensure he didn't have a concussion after saving him from a mugging. Molly and TJ. Wow! If Christina had said she was a surrogate and named them, those two would have been upset either way. Christina can't win with her jealous sister. Molly is the hormonal one. Though Carly, what an episode! Now that Sunny knows the truth, watch out, Agent Kate's. Things are about to get intense. Anna, Jason, Carly, Sunny, and Diane are gearing up to take you down. Carly and Jack have become good friends, so she filled him in on everything. Kate's won't have any evidence against Carly now. I wonder how far the Metro Court is from the bus station lol. The timing was perfect. Jocelyn managed to stop Jason just as the bus was about to leave, right after Carly's arrest and Carly telling Joss to get Jason. Classic TV timing. Molly, you're being completely unreasonable. Your sister didn't publicly claim the baby as hers on live TV. She chose not to disclose your health and fertility issues to avoid public scrutiny. She said it was a personal matter they wanted to keep private for now. And judging by this week's preview, you and your partner want to serve Christina with adoption papers just because of that interview? What in the world are you thinking? I don't want any part of this, that's for sure. I hope Christina keeps that baby because you two clearly aren't ready for parenthood yet. Good grief, you've been treating Christina like delicate glass throughout the pregnancy and viewing the baby she's carrying as property rather than your child. I wouldn't blame her if she ripped up those papers and fought you for custody in court like Chun-Li from Street Fighter. I'm not sure if Molly saw Christina and Blaze's interview about Christina keeping the baby to herself. From the previous episode, Christina and Blaze talked about their relationship and not letting public opinion affect them. Molly might be overreacting. Christina didn't say she wanted to keep the baby to herself during the interview. Molly should just calm down about it. Christina had mentioned wanting to protect her sister's privacy and not publicize her medical situation. They had discussed this with Brooklyn the day before, and Christina didn't feel it was her place to share Molly's medical history or the fact that she couldn't have a baby. Christina was trying to protect Molly and didn't claim the baby for herself. They were actually trying to protect Molly and TJ by not mentioning them in the interview, but of course, it's being misinterpreted. Jason would be heroic if it were just him, without any kids. But the fact that he continuously sacrifices himself for Carly and her kids, while his own kids are neglected, is truly problematic. They made a mistake by bringing him back and having him play a robot for Carly and Sunny. Sam is absolutely right when she says she wants to protect Danny from getting hurt by Jason. I'm so fed up with Sunny thinking he can just take his kids away from any of the many mothers he's had. How many times has he done this? Today, he even told Diane to shut it down regarding Eva's visitation. He's such a manipulator and messes with everyone's lives. I hope he loses his temper in a major way and gets a wake-up call. The same goes for his control over Jason. I hope Jason keeps building a life with his boys and leaves Sunny behind. Rick Lansing is making a return just in time for the birth of his first grandchild. I expect him to offer Molly and TJ some legal advice or counseling. I don't expect Christina to give up the baby. She's the same selfish, immature brat she's always been. She begged Molly and TJ to let her carry the child, only to try and keep it for herself. Why couldn't the writers have just let Molly and TJ conceive a child naturally? That would have made for much better drama. Why does everyone know that Ava switched Morgan's meds, but no one thinks to check Sunny's meds, except for Ava, who only did so because they weren't working for her? It was Valentin who contacted the doctor who prescribed Sunny's medication and reduced the dosage. Ava figured this out and went to talk with the doctor. To keep Sunny reacting the way he did, she threatened the doctor not to reveal anything. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.